But first, to Defence Minister Peter Dutton's intervention in reversing the decision to strip thousands of Special Forces soldiers of meritorious unit citations shows he is the right man for the job. In overruling Australian Defence Force Chief Angus Campbell, Dutton shows that he has the judgment and the backbone to do what's right, not just what's politically expedient. He has taken a stand and made it clear that he will not engage in collective guilt and punish the many who have served with distinction for the actions of the few who have brought disgrace to the uniform. Angus Campbell's panicked response to the Brereton report was unjust and decimated morale among serving members. It also devastated the families of fallen soldiers, with one grieving father, Felix Solomon Scher, telling Campbell, if he wants the medal back, he can come back and collect it himself from my son's gravestone. His son, Private Gregory Michael Scher, was killed by the Taliban in a rocket attack in 2009. It's unconscionable to put the families of fallen commandos who have made the ultimate sacrifice for their country through even more trauma. And it's an insult to former ADF members who have done nothing wrong. Peter Dutton wants to honour those who keep us safe, not punish them for crimes they have not committed.
My judgment was that we shouldn't be punishing the 99% for the sins of 1%. And this says to people, I think, very clearly before Anzac Day that we want to reset, that we want to provide support to those people who have served our country and, as I say, who have died in that service. I want this Anzac Day, yes, to be a commemoration of the amazing effort of the original Anzacs, but I want us to really concentrate on the 39,000 who have served our country in recent conflicts. These are young men and women who have potentially stopped terrorist attacks from taking place in our country. They have worked alongside their international partners, including the United States, and the world is a safer place for it.
What a contrast from his predecessor, Linda Reynolds, who had all but deemed the accused guilty before any trial or testing of the evidence.
I asked for the names to be redacted, so I can't prejudice any future actions. But there are 39 incidents of credible evidence of murder.
General Campbell's decision to penalise thousands for the sins of a few was a knee-jerk response to the shocking findings of the Brereton report, which detailed credible information implicating up to 25 Australian soldiers in alleged unlawful killings in Afghanistan between 2005 and 2016. General Campbell accepted Paul Brereton's recommendation for the citations to be revoked for thousands of recipients because units live and fight as a team. But what about due process and the presumption of innocence? What about the dangers of guilt by association? To be clear, the allegations in the Brereton report are appalling and must be further investigated, with those responsible prosecuted to the full extent of the law. But no good comes from collective guilt and punishing the innocent along with the guilty. Some of those who would have been penalised are the brave whistleblowers who brought to light the actions of the small minority who the inquiry found fused military excellence with ego, entitlement and exceptionalism. Stripping citations from more than 3,000 Special Forces soldiers would have been a mass miscarriage of justice. And Peter Dutton deserves praise for overruling the Defence Chief. The new Defence Minister has also been a strong advocate for a Royal Commission into veteran suicides, which the Prime Minister announced this afternoon. He has made it clear that one of his top priorities as Defence Minister is to improve morale and reassure serving members that the government has their back.
I want the veterans to hear very clearly, particularly those that have come back from the Middle East over the course of the last few years, this government does have their back, that we do want to provide support, and if there is a wrong that's taken place, if there's ways in which we can rectify people's individual circumstances, then we will do whatever is humanly possible to help those people.
That must be reassuring for the men and women of the Defence Force as they face the challenge of intensifying national security threats, including increasing aggression from China.